Good morning students, I am Dr. N.R. Madvi, Professor and Head of the Department of Economics, Mahatma Phule Arts, Science and Commerce College, Panvel. Today I am going to teach you indifference curve. Before the indifference curve, Dr. Marshall explained the law of demand, the law of diminishing marginal utility theory and the law of equi-marginal utility theory. But it was based on number of unrealistic assumptions such as cardinal utility, measurement of cardinal utility, constant marginal utility of money, etc. Therefore, it is failed to explain the satisfaction explanation of the consumer behavior. Hence, Dr. J.R. Hicks and Professor R.G.D. Allen pointed out the new technique of indifference curve called the indifference curve. Indifference curve is locus the points representing all combination of two goods which give equal satisfaction to the consumer. This is the definition of the indifference curve. Once again, I am telling you the definition of indifference curve. Indifference curve is locus the point representing all the combination of two goods which give equal satisfaction to the consumers. Here the indifference curve is based on number of assumptions such as the consumer is rational. The rationality of consumer is main assumption of indifference curve. Rational consumer means what? The consumer knows about the market. That is, he want to get maximum satisfaction from his budget. So consumer is rational. Second assumption is the transitivity. The consumer is consistent in his purchasing or behavior. That is, if he prefer combination A to B, then he also prefer A to C combination. This is his consistency in purchasing of the goods and services. Third assumption is the ordinal measurement of utility. The Marshallian analysis was based on cardinal measurement, whereas Hicks analysis was based on the ordinal measurement of utility. Means satisfaction can be measured as the first, second, third, etc. Another assumption is that when consumer increase in the consumption of one goods, he reduce in the consumption of another goods. Therefore, the satisfaction remain the constant. Now, the concept of indifference curve can be explained with the help of indifference curve schedule and indifference curve diagram. This is indicate the indifference curve schedule. In this schedule, these are the combination X goods, Y goods, and marginal rate of substitution. See here, combination A has 1 unit of X goods and 14 units of Y goods, which give the equal satisfaction to the consumer. And combination B has 2 units of X goods and 10 units of Y goods, also given the equal satisfaction to the consumer. When consumer move from A to B combination, he reduce the consumption of Y goods from 14 to 10. As a result of this, the satisfaction of the consumer is reduced, but at the same time he is increasing the consumption of X goods from 1 to 2 to remain on the same level of satisfaction. Same A, B, C, D, E, these all combination are given equal satisfaction to the consumer. And MRS, this is marginal rate of substitution. The marginal rate of substitution, that is MRS, is diminishing from 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. The marginal MRS is rate at which the consumer is purchasing one goods to the another goods. That is, when initially when the X goods is high, at that time he is giving less and less units of Y. Therefore, the MRS is diminishing. Now comes to the indifference curve. The indifference curve is sloped downward from left to right, because as consumer reduction in the consumption of Y goods, he increase in the consumption of the X goods. Therefore, indifference curve is sloped downward from left to right. Means commodity X is measured on OX axis and commodity Y is measured on OY axis, and A, B, C, D, E, these are the combination lie on the indifference curve, which is sloped downward from left to right. Next, there are various properties of the indifference curve. First is that the indifference curve slope downward from left to right. The reason for that is when consumer increase in the consumption of X goods, he reduce in the consumption of Y goods. Therefore, the indifference curve slope downward from left to right. There are different diagram of indifference curve. That is, indifference curve slope upward from left to right, indifference curve is horizontal to the OX axis, indifference curve is vertical to the OY axis, and indifference curve is downward sloping. This is upward means what? When the MRS is increasing, the indifference curve is upward to the right. Here this diagram indicate that there is a consumption of X goods, but there is no consumption of Y goods. Therefore, this is the horizontal. In case of this, there is consumption of Y goods is increased from Y to Y1, but there is no change in consumption of X goods. Therefore, it is vertical. And last diagram, D diagram indicate that the indifference curve slope downward from left to right. Here these diagrams are not related to the indifference curve because these are indicate the different things. Therefore, the indifference curve slope downward from left to right. Then another is that indifference curve can never intersect to each other. There are, see here, this diagram there are two indifference curve, IC1 and IC2. Both indifference curve are intersect at point A. At point A mean intersect there. But we have to prove that the two indifference curve cannot intersect to each other. See here, combination A and B lie on one indifference curve, indicate the same level of output, whereas combination A and C lie on second indifference curve. When all combination lie on the same indifference curve, they are indicating the same level of output. But we have to prove that these are not intersect to each other. Here combination C and B are lie on different indifference curve. Combination C is lie on higher indifference curve and combination B is lie on lower indifference curve. So C and B, these are indicate the different level of satisfaction. Different level of satisfaction. Therefore, they cannot intersect to each other. Two indifference curve cannot intersect to each other. Their ways are different because they are indicate the different level of satisfaction. Therefore, the two indifference curve cannot intersect to each other. Another property is that indifference curve is convex to the origin. The convexity of the indifference curve is related to the marginal rate of substitution. The marginal rate of substitution is diminishing, and therefore the indifference curve is convex to the origin. It's here indifference curve is that they are generally convex to the origin to the OX axis. This is because two goods cannot be perfect substitute to the each other. Means when consumer increase in the consumption of one goods, he reduce in the consumption of another goods. Therefore, indifference curve is convex to the origin. Convexity of the indifference curve is related to the diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Okay. Then another is that higher indifference curve represent the higher level of satisfaction. Here this is the original point of the diagram, and the indifference curve which are far from original point, indifference curve which are far from original point represent the higher level of satisfaction to the consumer than nearer to the original point. See here combination Q represent the higher level of satisfaction to the consumer because combination Q has more of X and same of Y, whereas combination P has less of X and same of Y. Means combination Q indicate the larger basket of the X goods, largest basket of the X goods, and this is lie on the second indifference curve. Therefore, IC2 indicate the higher level of satisfaction to the consumer than the nearer to the original point. Then so these are the properties of the indifference curve. First is that the indifference curve is slope downward from left to right. Second is that indifference curve is convex to the origin. Third is that indifference curve cannot intersect to each other. And fourth is that the higher indifference curve represent the higher satisfaction to the consumers. Thank you very much.